Hey everyone, so back again with another review for Vampire Diaries. I know it's a bit late as the new episode is actually on tonight, but I've been really busy reviewing it and with posting and everything, so I've not had a chance to actually get around to doing a review until today. So I'm just going to review last week's episode, episode 11, Our Town, and personally I didn't think it was as good an episode as the previous week, for obvious reasons, but I just thought it was emotional in terms of some of the scenes, but we didn't really find out anything new. There wasn't really major cliffhangers like there normally is or anything, so for me the main scene was Stefan kidnapping Elena and you know, trying to get Klaus to give in to his demands about his hybrid. Obviously Elena and Damon and everybody thinks that he was really willing to sort of kill Elena to prove a point, but it actually turned out really he was doing it so that Klaus believed him. And Elena and Stefan have a big confrontation on Whistly Bridge about, you know, everything, and he kind of says that getting back at Klaus is all he has left. She says, you had me, blah blah blah. So there's a big dramatic, emotional scene. It was quite sad because if you think about how much Elena loved Stefan and how, you know, going back to season 1 and most of season 2, like how loved up they were and how sort of protective they were of each other. And I think it's really flipped completely now as where he's willing to risk her life, even, you know, he could have quite easily done it, and obviously he didn't, but it really seemed like he was. And then obviously to force his blood on her, which he had a go at Damon for doing last season, but the difference is Damon did it for love, because he loved Elena, didn't want her to die, like, and leave them forever, whereas Stefan did it out of a game plan, basically, against Klaus. So I think Elena's now realised the extremes he'll go to, and I think she's kind of realised now that he doesn't really care about her anymore, because he wouldn't have done that on the bridge that obviously her parents died and she nearly died, and that was the kind of sad bit because she really played on that. And the fact as well that he left her there and Damon had to go and pick her up, it's just like, again, another reason to show that Damon is always there for her to fall back on. So Tyler bit Caroline as well. We thought it was all good because he said no to Klaus, wouldn't do what he asked. Klaus basically asked him to bite Caroline and he wouldn't do it. He said no. But then obviously when they was kissing and that, he bit her. And it kind of, I think what it's trying to show is that even if Tyler says no to Klaus, he still does it because of the sire thing. It just makes him do it without realising, because he didn't seem to realise until after what had happened. And obviously that led into the cute scene with Caroline and Klaus, kind of Klaus showing a sweeter side to him. You know, that was a really sweet scene, I think, because it seemed like for the first time he showed some, you know, some sympathy for someone other than himself, and he did ask Caroline to ask him to save her rather than just doing it, and she did. So he obviously fed her his blood, and she was like healed. And then he kind of went on to say that she was special, and you know she could do anything she wanted and be anywhere she wanted and all that sort of thing. And it was a really cute moment. And then he leaves a bracelet for her, which was like gorgeous, completely diamond encrusted, like all round. But I'm kind of thinking maybe there's an ulterior motive in that bracelet, possibly. I was talking to one of my friends as well, and she thinks the same. So I don't know. Maybe it's a bit sincere, maybe not. But there seems to be a little bit of chemistry there, and all week everybody's been going on about the possibility of Klaus and Caroline getting together. But personally, I don't think she's going to automatically just like him romantically after all he's done to her and her friends and everybody she knows. I think it's going to be hard for her to accept that. I think her and Tyler aren't done yet, because I think there's still story to go on from them. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But obviously there was also the scene with Damon and Elena at the end after he picked her up. She kind of said he sort of touched her chin really sweetly, and they shared a bit of a look yet again, as they always do, and kind of was like, "Are you okay?" And she was just like, "Yeah, I'll survive, somehow I always do." And then she kind of says to Damon, like, "You know, you can't kiss me again, it's not right." And he says, "Not right, it's right, but not right now." And I think that does make that is like perfect, really, because I think he does realise that there's something there between them, and so does she. And I think he's now realising that she sees that as well, and it's only going to be built upon. I think she's still holding a bit of guilt about Stefan, but I mean, come on, they've split up. They've been split up for a long time. She's free to do what she wants, so she should just go for it, if you ask me. But I know, you know, it's more like that, and they're trying to do the build-up, which is good, because it just makes it more romantic, and, you know, it just keeps the story going. So I'm happy for that anyway. But hopefully, in tonight's episode, there'll be some nice things with them. I know the preview clip shows them having a bit of banter, and Damon tells Bonnie that they kissed, so that's going to be interesting to see her reaction. And apparently I've just read as well that Stefan is also going to find out about the kiss in tonight's episode too, so again, that's going to be interesting, because so far, how he's been acting, you would think he would just kind of not care, because he's been shutting it all off. But possibly Elena could have broke through to him in last week's episode with that whole scene, so we'll have to see what happens. So that was all that really happened. Jeremy left as well. That was quite sad. I thought it was sad because I really liked him and Bonnie together, so I'm sad that they didn't work out. I don't think it's the last we'll see of Jeremy. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people as well that are thinking the same thing. I'm pretty sure that the compulsion didn't work. I'm sure he probably had his bracelet in his pocket, or he had some kind of a vein, because obviously after the whole Tyler thing, he might have drank the vein, or he might have, you know, put his bracelet back on or something. So it's going to be interesting to see if he does return, but I don't think it'll be for a little while. I think they'll leave it till later down the line. Some people are saying they think he's gone to find Catherine to come up with a plan, so who knows, guess we'll just have to watch and see. So that's it really, quite a quick one today, didn't want to go on and on. And as I said, I think it was a good episode, but it weren't as good as some of the others have been. So hopefully tonight's one is going to be epic. And let me know in the comments below what you thought of the episode, what you think is going to happen, etc. And enjoy tonight's episode, and I will speak to you all soon.